From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. 101 today. That makes 10 days in a row. Let's get over to the weather wall. We'll talk about this and what's to come. Well, we're on a 10-day run of 100-degree temperatures, 10 in a row. Total 12 so far this summer, but 10 in a row. And you can see all the other years where we had runs of 100-degree days, and we beat that old record set 23 years ago. And the heat is going to stay on. And as advertised, tomorrow may be the coolest day or the least hot day as we move forward through the rest of the week and into the weekend. High pressure dominating. We had a little bit of a frontal system bypass us to the north that did spark off a shower or two, but we're essentially in a dry pattern. And it's not only dry and hot at the surface, but it's dry and hot aloft. And we see that getting hotter with time as we head into the weekend. Thus, our daytime highs will likely increase as well. Just some ground clutter showing up on the Regional National Weather Service radars on Power Doppler 3. We'll go through a 12-hour loop. We did have a few spotty showers. We call for about a 5 or 10% chance of rain today, and that's pretty much what you're going to get on your 5 or 10% day, and then some outflow boundaries, but not a whole lot going on that really produced any significant rain. So let's look to the tropics, because the only way this is going to change is if this ridge of high pressure breaks down, and as long as it's here, we're not going to be threatened by anything that comes into the Gulf of Mexico. But eventually there's a change in the pattern. It always happens as you head into the latter part of August and into September. But when, we can't tell you, but we can see that the Atlantic is actually relatively quiet. The Bermuda Ridge is kind of displaced far to the south now, so any tropical waves are having a hard time to get going. And there are candidate waves coming off the African coastline, but we don't see anything really making an impact in our part of the world through a 10-day forecast. And this is a 10-day forecast, but notice what goes on right here. Here's a frontal system that gets close to us. That may pool some moisture as we head into, say, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So we could see improved rain chances, but we've seen this pattern before. We've gone 40, 50% down the road, and it turns out to be a 10 or 20% type of day. So it won't buy a whole lot. But toward the end of the loop, you do see the moisture starting to work its way westward into the Gulf. So maybe beyond, we'll say, 820, 821, going into the third week of August, we might see a change. And by the way, the Euro's picking up on something developing, but that's 10 days down the road. But we're getting to that time of year, right around August 15th, when we ring the bell for the beginning of the meat and potatoes of the hurricane season. So in the near term, it's just heat. 81 tonight, tomorrow, upper 90s to near 100. That'll be the challenge to see if we continue our streak. If not, we're just going to start another 8 or 9 or 10-day streak. 81 the low tomorrow night, and then pushing 100, 101 as we head into Thursday, and there'll be more heat that will follow thereafter. Temperature-wise tomorrow, here are the latest forecast highs between 99 and 101, 97 to about 100 across the I-10 corridor. Lafayette has been on the edge of being one of the hotter spots in the southern part of the state compared to Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans these days, and we're going to continue with that as well. The dry pattern, and it all feeds on itself too. Hot and dry feeds more hot and dry, and that's what we'll continue to see. And those heat indices up there at 112 to 115. So overnight tonight, we'll go about 81, 82 the low. If we hit 82, that'll be a record. Slow to cool out there once again. Then for tomorrow, breezy but still hot. We'll go 99 to 100. The breeze will hold the coastal temperatures down a bit, especially St. Mary, down toward Pecan Island, all the coastal areas. Not as hot as we have been farther inland, but you're going to notice the breeze tomorrow. It's going to be a windier day, and here comes the heat amplifying again into the weekend with temperatures approaching 103, maybe 104. The highest so far this summer we've seen is 103, and we might beat that. And look at those temperatures going into next week. They're not saying uncle anytime soon. Some rain chances next week. That may lower the temperatures, but we got to get closer to it. And if those rain chances look better, then maybe just upper 90s.
Okay. And looking forward to the least hot day of the 10-day tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I don't even know how to frame it.
I had to stop and think. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
It works. Thanks, John.